Hello and welcome to Entpgathering. This will be a reading for the collective, and we're going to tap into the angel and demon energies that are currently in your houses of your zodiacal chart. I'm going to start off with a card from Edgar Casey's Angelic Messages deck for an overall theme, and then I'm going to pull 12 cards from the Angel Tarot, 12 cards from the Occult Tarot, two each for your 12 houses. So let's see what messages come through. Thank you for clicking on this reading. You should look at this as an intuitive exercise, a means for you to practice discernment and recognize what energy is going on in your life right now. There are no coincidences. So if there are seeming coincidences that come out in this reading for you, know that there are no coincidences, and what you're experiencing is what Carl Jung called synchronicity. This it can be akin to deja vu or innate knowing or receiving of messages, downloads, inspiration from your higher self or beyond, if you happen to believe in a higher power. You could easily just say that it's universal energy, source energy. If, for example, you are an atheist or agnostic, or don't practice or have any religious affiliations, think of it as your higher self, your angels. And I firmly believe that angel and demons do exist, and they're both of the Creator. They exist in the universe as a means of balancing the dark and the light in each of us, the masculine and feminine in each of us. What does Edgar Casey's Angelic Messages have to say as that overall theme of this reading? I've had this before. As a ministering angel, your ability for love and compassion will come from your own experiences as endearer. Self-love. When we can build that self-love for ourselves, it's easy to minister to others. In fact, the message here is that we must first love ourselves before we can speak the love of God and share communications from the angels and the darker aspects of ourselves. That's lovely. Thank you. All right. Let us take a look at the first house. The first house is ruled by Aries. This is the house where our spirit comes in when we're first born. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is masculine fire energy, and has a lot to do with our action, our impetus, our drive. It also represents war and death and leadership. It's our house where our self resides. Its mantra or phrase is I am. So the I am presence can be found in that first house. An angel tarot card, Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. God the teacher, intellectual talent provides knowledge. So maybe you are a teacher. Maybe you have a lot to share. You're looked up to as a leader. 8 is a number of strength. Pentacles is earth energy. And Virgo energy is mutable earth energy. Think clay, something that can be shaped. Think work, think skill. This is in your first house. This is good. All right, dark energy is balancing out this Eight of Pentacles energy. Page of Cups. Page of Cups says Piscean energy, mutable water energy. Pisces rules the 12th house. And the Page of Cups here says teaches astronomy and the values of herbs and precious stones. The page is communication. It could be a sharing of feeling and love and or devotion. So with this Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, which is, Virgo rules the 6th house. It's all about the mind-body connection. And here, intellectual talent and providing knowledge. You are sharing this knowledge of your own mind-body connection. And in an act of love, giving it to others. So whether you're a spiritual teacher, you need not work actually in a school. If you have children or anybody in your life can be a teacher, and you can be a teacher for them. So I see this energy coming out very strong with you. Second, and this is in the first house of the self. So let's find out what's in the second house, ruled by Taurus. Venus rules Taurus, the planet Venus. This is about resources, abundance, love, beauty, money, actual money. But it's more about abundance, which is so much more valuable than money alone, all right? Ace of Swords, clarity. God above all names elevated, affinity and friendship. It's about friendship, most definitely. Venus, obtain the friendship of anyone. In your second house, wow, on point. I pull this. Ace of Swords is also my Archangel Michael card. And in the Angel Tarot deck, Archangel Michael is assigned to the Chariot. But in the regular tarot, whenever I see the Ace of Swords, it's immediate confirmation that what preceded it, or whatever moment I'm in, looking for synchronicity, of course, that there's clarity, there's truth. Oftentimes there's justice as well. All right. Ace of Swords and Four of Swords. Four of Swords is Libra energy, which is the opposite of House 1. Four of Swords here teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric, can make one appear like a soldier. So not only are you appearing to others in your outward expression of love and affinity and friendship, that you can obtain the friendship of anyone, but also to those newfound friends, you are appearing very strong, mentally, most likely, and you're appearing like a soldier. Excellent. This is in your second house. This is, again, our house of security. Its motto is, I have. Third house is Gemini. This is, Gemini is air energy. It's mutable air energy. And the third house is about communication, intellect. It's represented by the twins, which for me is the left and right hemispheres of our brain, the masculine and feminine of the brain. And from the third house, this balanced mental energy, we look back at our first two houses and combine our spirit of the first house with our current resources. And with that mental energy of Gemini, you actually begin to manifest based upon your spirit and your available resources for future. Mentally manifesting this, like a visualization, even affirmations that you say to yourself in the mirror. each day. And if you don't make that a practice, or if you haven't made that a practice in your life, I would highly suggest you do. It's somewhat uncomfortable at first when I started, about 3 years ago. But I'll tell you what, it does ground you every single day. And it does energetically put out into the universe your intentions for that day. And if you're in a mirror, you are connecting with your inner self. And your spirit is actually speaking to your body through your mind. Because we are spiritual beings having a physical 3D experience in these bodies, in these vessels of ours. So, Angel Tarot, 5 of Wands, Leo energy. Politics and ambition, wins judgments and protects all those who seek the truth. Before I respond to that, let's get a demon card for the 3rd house. Five of Wands, God listening in concealment. The Lovers. I love this. This is major arcana of the tarot. And the Lovers card is Gemini energy. Synchronicity right there. Here it reads, causes women to love men and brings them together in love, can make women barren. And with the 5 of Wands, which is masculine fire, and then you have the major arcana of the Lovers. The Lovers card for me is also the marrying of the internal masculine and feminine. 5 indicates change in spirit, here with the fire, 5 of Wands. So you have taken this masculine fire energy of the 5 of Wands, Leo rules the 5th house, which is all about the ego, masculine ego. It's sun energy. I think you have killed off any sort of excessive masculine, egoic energy, so that you have maybe healed that masculine part of you, or the feminine, bringing them together. Also, I'm picking up healing of the inner child as well, which is very egoic. And that inner child that all of us often takes a back seat to our ego. I think this intellectual talent, providing knowledge, teaching, affinity and friendship, and appearing like a soldier, this ambitious masculine fire energy, winning judgments and protecting all those who seek the truth, has brought you into a state of self-love. Lovely. That's in the 3rd house. That's a communication, ideas, intellect. 4th house, ruled by Cancer and the moon. This is our emotional seat, what we call home, with the emotions. Feminine in nature. What angel energy do we have in the 4th house? Spirit. For the lovely collective. I'll take the top one. Ooh, Queen of Cups. You can't make this up. This is Cancerian energy, 4th house. The feminine side of you Think mother energy. You might be a mother. Here it reads, redemption serves against enemies of religion and governs chastity. There's a purity in that Queen of Cups energy that makes you very intuitive, very loving, nurturing, not only for the self, but for others. And you need not be a woman to resonate with this. Because again, as a man, I have a feminine side. And to not marry or balance, here with the Lover's card, the masculine and feminine in me, I can become too masculine, too overbearing, too egoic. And also too, if I'm too feminine, on my feminine side, I become too vulnerable. I become too giving to people, becoming codependent even, or smothering in the way that emotionally manipulative individuals can be in our lives, whether they're our mother or not. They be our lover. Temperance. Oh, I love this. Temperance is a major arcana card, and it is my alchemist card. So this goes along well with this idea that you are currently healing the masculine and feminine in you, because temperance is about balance. It's about letting go of the old and embracing the new. Here, teaches geometry and liberal arts, makes great noises and warms water. And with the Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy, water energy. Temperance being Sagittarius energy. Fire is masculine. And this is alchemical. You've taken the water, the cold water that was once in the feminine side of you, and you're warming it up, thereby creating or moving from one extreme to a more Sagittarius energy, fire energy is mutable. So there's a lot of transformational work in your fourth house of the heart space. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Fifth house, Leo. This is about the ego. This is about how we entertain ideas, passions. It also represents the entertainment industry. So what are you taking in mentally and in your body and in your spirit? Fifth house is ruled by the sun. So it's, again, very egoic. And our ego is there to protect us, to make us feel good. But if it's not balanced, if it's not working properly, if you don't have a masculine and feminine balance within the ego, it can become toxic. All right, fifth house, Leo energy. Here, just wanted to pop out. Eight of Cups, Piscean energy, more mutable water energy. Transformation gives consolation gives consolation in adversity. Going back to this politics and ambition, winning judgments. This causes women to love men and bring them together in love. 8 is a number of strength. Piscean energy can be very loving. And the 8 of Cups in the tarot, the minor arcana, is about walking away from past relationships in search of a 9th cup. And the number 9 is all about the self. And 9 of Cups would be self-fulfillment. All right. Let's get some more information. Oh, wow, that one didn't pop out. Ace of Swords, again, second time. Inflames men with women's love and women with men's love, causes them to show themselves naked if desired. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. This transformation requires you to strip away a lot of things and become vulnerable, which is a very powerful energy to have in your fifth house of the ego. So this is showing me that the path that you're on is just. It is correct. It is offering you clarifying for you what old energies no longer serve you, no longer support a healthy ego. Beautiful. All right, sixth house, Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, which also rules Gemini. This is the house where the mind-body connection happens. Virgos are known for being hard workers, as they're the mutable earth sign. And here we have the Six of Swords. And was I not talking about the mind-body connection? Swords represent mental thought. Six of Swords here is actually Aquarius energy. Aquarius rules the 11th house. This is all about the collective. This is about the internet. This is about humanitarianism and philanthropy. Perception of unity, protects against accidents, heals the sick. Yeah, this is philanthropy. This is looking out into the collective and providing the intellectual talent with all this air energy, these swords energy that have come before it, the Ace of Swords being one, and here, and we see it a second time there. Lots of change. A really healthy balance, I think, too, of air, water, fire, and we've got one card of earth out there. But I like it because it's in your first house, so it's wait. Oh yeah, it's Virgo energy. So, sixth house, Virgo, Six of Swords, Aquarius energy. Let's find out what energy is balancing out the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is also, for me, the higher mind. So it's walking away from the Five of Swords, which would be egoic in nature, and really connecting with your higher self, which you are clearly doing, if this resonates with you. Please like and share and follow. Page of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, Virgo energy, Taurus energy, teaches astronomy and liberal science, knows the virtues of precious stones and herbs, gives good familiars. Page of Pentacles is your inner child, your creative part of you, with the Ace of Pentacles. And the aces in each of the elements can only be given by the divine. Or when an ace appears in a reading for you, it's an indicator of a fresh start. Here in Earth, it could be literally a birth of an idea, a business, an actual human being. You might be with child currently, and that applies to if you're feminine or masculine. Seventh house, Libra energy. Libra is ruled by Venus. Seventh house is about relationships. So we leave the sixth house, which is a personal mind-body connection and establishment of a relationship with the self, between the mind-body, and whatever relationship that is. As it moves into the seventh house, it's reaching out and establishing relationships with others. So this is friends, this is platonic, possibly romantic. Well, with Libra being ruled by Venus, most definitely. Relationships to children, family members. Two of Cups. Two of Cups is Cancerian energy. Two of Cups is the card of friendship, of love. It's one cup. I'm offering you, or it's two people coming together and offering their cup to one another. Fruition provides expansive intelligence and gives the grace of God. So in your relationships right now, there is a really nice, beautiful energy of reciprocity and balance and grace here. You're receiving from the universe, from God. Grace is about forgiveness and love and acceptance. Oh, beautiful. In your 7th house. To balance that out, 7 of Swords, which is technically Aquarius energy, but this is in the 7th house. And swords represent air energy. Libra is air energy that rules the 7th house. Returns items and punishes thieves, reveals hidden treasures. Whatever love has been coming into your relationships recently, or you've established, you've created by partnering up, Seven of Swords is also the moon in Aquarius. And it can also represent betrayal. I'm picking up that this Two of Cups energy that you're embodying on the angel side of your energy, you might be offering up to enemies. And in a way punishing them for what they've done. And revealing to them the true treasure that you are. Or the nature of your bonding is to be treasured. And maybe whomever you're reconciling with did you dirty at one point. But through the grace of God and your own self-love and transformative energies, you are revealing how precious and how well treasured you deserve to be. 8th house, Scorpionic energy. Scorpio is ruled by both the planets Pluto and Mars. Pluto is a planet of transformation, death, and rebirth. Think fiery phoenix. And the 8th house is very much about sex, death, and transformation. Also other people's resources. Scorpionic energy and the 8th house is opposite your 2nd house of Taurus, which is about wealth, abundance, ruled by Venus. So 8th house is a house of other people's resources. And coming from the 7th house, wow, in the 8th house you have King of Cups. That is Scorpionic energy, or Piscean or a Cancerian energy. It's the masculine of the fixed water. Restitution finds stolen objects and discovers the person responsible. I'm really picking up that whatever past relationships, either you are cutting them off, and by walking away and transmuting those negative energies, you are showing to them how precious you are. Yet if you are offering up a healing between your relationships or with your relationships, so your 4th house, which is your emotional seat, Cancerian energy, you have the Queen of Cups. And we double that and go to the 8th house, and you have the King of Cups. Synchronicity. It's not coincidence. I see a very healthy balance of your masculine and feminine in all of these cards. This is awesome. And sometimes it's our masculine emotional center where, you know, it's tough enough. It's not going to cave. It's not going to resort to people pleasing. It'll stand firm yet fair in its judgment. All right. 8th house, darker energy. See what the balance is. Okay, this does want to pop out. 3 of Cups, Cancerian energy. 3 is a number of creation. So yeah, you're taking your Scorpionic masculine energy, Mars Plutonian energy of transformation, and you are literally reconciling with friends, tells of the past, present, and future, and gives dignities and honors. This is really powerful. You guys are beautiful. This is amazing. 9th house, Sagittarius, ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is all about expansion. 9th house is about the higher mind. If 6th house is mind-body connection, and the 3rd house, Gemini, is the masculine and feminine, left and right brain. 9th house is where those all come together. 3 plus 6 equals 9. This is our cognitive functions, masculine and feminine, being tempered, here with the temperance card, in the 5th house, tempered well enough and moving you into 9th house energy, which is the highest of the personal houses, because houses 10, 11, and 12 have to deal more with the outside world, with the public. 3 of Cups. This is family, this is friends, this is platonic relationships. You are transmuting these and growing further your friend circle and reconciling old friends. So now I see with this King of Cups energy and this talk of relationships that you've walked away from or have been transmuting, changing, you are reconciling some of these friendships. Not all, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This isn't gonna fit, this is a collective reading. It's not gonna fit every single person. And nor should you try to fit every single message into your situation. This is a practice of discernment and intuitive feeling of what is my energy and what is not. Take only what resonates. Okay, 9th house. Sagittarius. It's about the higher mind, it's about philosophy. It's a very highly spiritual energy as well of the ego. It's the highest, spiritually speaking, our egos can move towards. It's a final place before we step out into the public in the 10th house. 9th house, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Intellectual lucidity provides consolation and compensations. This is feminine earth energy in the 9th house. I think this spiritual self of yours, this energy is actually going to, Queen of Wands on the bottom, is going to help you manifest in the 3D. Maybe you might be a spiritual teacher, like me, of sorts. Too many. What darker energy is balancing out the Queen of Pentacles? Oh, these want to pop out. 9th house, please. the sun, Leo energy, major arcana. This is, Queen of Pentacles. What you've done is you've manifested a healing of the inner child through all of this work, and manifested healing of the ego, which has probably enabled you to repair these relationships you've had with other people. Makes one rich, smart, and well-spoken, gathers spirits at tombs, and changes the places of the dead. Exactly. You are reviving old relationships that have recently or long since died. With this newfound clarity and illumination of spirit and life. This is said to be the happiest in the tarot. All right, 10th house is about your public persona and perception. 11th house is more about the collective conscience. Think the internet, humanitarianism, philanthropy. And 12th house is actually the house of kind of completion. It's the house of dreams, mysticism. Think sage-like energy. This is also the underworld. So for the purposes of this reading, because this is about your light and dark energy in each of your houses, I'm going to stop here at the 9th house. And I'm feeling spontaneous here. Let me pull 3 cards to represent the energies coming from the 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. And I'm going to use the Animal Apothecary deck, which is new to me, and it's new to the world, created by Kara Elizabeth, whom I just adore. I started following her TikTok, Kara Elizabeth Speaks, and I believe she has a YouTube channel of the same name. I would follow her TikTok and literally be inspired in the darkest moments of my own transformation and healing of my masculine and feminine, and healing of my relationships in the world. So shout out to Kara Elizabeth. Love you, sister. And I love her delivery of messages, because she's always so positive, but not so saccharine sweet that it's overwhelming. She tempers, temperance card, the messages very, very well. And I think it'll be reflected in this deck as well. 3 cards, please. 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. What's going on in the collective's life regarding those houses? Dear Kara Elizabeth and the Animal Apothecary. Woo! All right, I'll take these 3 in this order. So the 10th house card is You Are More. 10th house is the public's perception of you. I think the public is looking at you and all this transformational work that you're doing, and realizing that you are way more than what they thought in the beginning. When you first began building that relationship with them, and maybe there was a separation, the world is looking at you and realizing, wow, maybe I missed out. So there's some regret there, but also look at the beautiful wings on this. Looks like a condor to me, representing death. and it's card number 30. 3 is a number of change. 0 is the number of God and feminine energy. And this condor or vulture in the foreground, right in front of the sun. And the sun was the last card that came out in the 9th house. So people are waking up to that you have many gifts, certainly of transformation and healing with the sun. Second card, service. Perfect for the 11th house. What am I saying? It's all about philanthropy. It's about humanitarianism. Showing who you are and the transformational work that you've done, people realizing you are way more than they first thought or experienced. Now that you are applying this transformational work you've done and offering up services, well, like I do. If you want to find out more about how I did my egoic death and shadow work, go to my website, entpgathering.com. You can purchase, I'm a MBTI certified practitioner, so I'm well versed in the cognitive functions and how they work. I combine that with your astrology. I combine that with your numerology to bring to you, create with you, a multifaceted picture of you. And here I see that you are a huge giver. Look at this, the service animal, and then the caduceus. Right there in the front of the globe, the world. The world card in the major arcana is Capricorn energy. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the bringer of karma, a masculine energy of structure and discipline. And then in the 12th house, Pisces, you have nourishment. I like this because Pisces is mutable water energy. And see this little chick here and the little mouse with the heart up there? Mice often represent fear. And this hatchling says, it reads, nourishment while waiting. This fear that you might have had is died off in the 12th house. So where once people maybe have viewed you, or the collective viewed you as being small but yet lovable, maybe a little bit anxious, there's been a rebirth here and transformation in the 12th house can be about nourishing the psyche, nourishing the spirit. And here you've transmuted or transformed yourself from this mouse, this timid part of yourself, of your heart, and you're growing into a beautiful creature that will soon take flight. This is lovely. I think I'm gonna leave it here, and thank you for the time that you spent with me, and look for more readings of angels and demons in your houses. Please like, share, and please subscribe. I truly appreciate the time and delivering these messages to you, the collective, and offer up my own love and thank you.